Hi, I'm Aaron, and welcome to the Slim, Fitty, and Biggie Committee podcast, where me and my best friends Danny and Matt take a deep dive into hip-hop, the genre that has formed an integral part of our lives. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at _Slim, Fitty, Biggie Committee, and stay tuned for any upcoming podcast news. Coming up on today's show, we have part 2 of the Flatbush Zombies album, Better Off Dead. All right, let's get into it. Speaking of significance, here is track number 9, Thugnificence.
That was good.
That was average.
5 stars, Aaron.
Thank you. All right, Matt, kick this one off. Track 9, Thugnificence.
Okay, I can bloody do. Thuggy. Where's my thug?
Thuggy. As they're known in the street, Thuggy.
I call him Pythagoras.
All right, so this Thugnificence has, first of all, I love the name of that track. It's just a cool title. Also, it has the song itself has a hypnotizing effect, I said, on me, but in a good way. I don't know, I think it must have been the instrumental. I feel like it fits with the main theme of this song. So obviously the smoking, is it the smoking weed one? No, it wasn't.
All right, Matt. Well, I'm going to skip you. You can get your shit together. No, it's too late. It's too late. I'm jumping in. You're just all over the place. You figure out what you're talking about. I'll jump in.
Yeah.
Track 9, Thugnificence. Jeez.
He's better at reading his notes.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was a false start if I've seen a false start at all. This track, legit, to me, did nothing. The verse is okay. It's not the best.
What about that track title, though? What about the title?
The track title is the best part of this song.
Okay.
I was like, oh, Thugnificence, I'm going to get some gangster shit. And what did I get? No gangster shit at all, except for the very last line. Fucking with the zombies like Tyson to a jaw. I'm high, motherfucker. Come and box me with the law. That is the best line of the whole track, and it's at the very end. Other than that, this is a skipperoo. 2.5 stars. Honestly, it just felt like a bit of a radio/club track. This just felt like one of those things where you could have them in the club, something that could go on the radio. It's not too gangster. It's kind of mellowish. Just didn't do anything for me. It just, especially coming off a 5-star track like we did before. Yeah, 2.5 stars.
I agree. I definitely agree with everything you just said.
Except 5 stars.
Actually, no. Yeah. I don't agree with everything, but the last thing you said, going from regular and complex to this, it's such a big difference. Regular and complex ends on such a high with Meechy's verse, and then this song is just low, it's mellow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's druggy hook. That's one aspect of the Flatbush Zombies that I really don't care for. They're heavy into the drug culture.
Yeah.
And they rap about it a little bit too much. Yeah. Not a lot. Because
there's definitely a few tracks here on this album that are into the drug culture.
Like you say, a few. But not a lot. I'd say a little too much. Still too much. But they are so much more than just druggy rappers. They They show a lot of respect for hip hop and the old school. You can tell that they really care about the art of rapping. They dabble in like horrorcore, braggadocio, social issues. So like when they chuck in, you know, the weed raps, the LSD raps, like I'll give them a pass, and they make it sound good usually anyway. So like I'm not a big fan of the druggy shit, but everything else they do is pretty good. Yeah, so back to the actual song. I think the hook and the verses should not be on the same song together.
Agreed.
Yeah, because like, and here's where I disagree with you, Aaron, because Zombie Juice goes hard the whole time. In his verses, he's going hard.
Wait, Danny. Sorry, I'm collecting myself. I said, Juice only raps 1.5 verses essentially, but they are hard.
Hell yeah. And that is correct. Not just the last line, all the lines. Like, he delivers them like he is on his Meechy Darko shit right here. Like, he's going hard the whole way through. But the hook is just on another, like, I don't know why they've put this together. Like,
the hook has more lines than the actual verses.
Yeah, and they're the complete opposite of each other. Like, the hook is so soft. It's just the contradiction is just too much for me to handle. And yeah, like you say, it takes up too much of the song. Like, it goes on and on. I don't like the auto tune on it. I just think it's annoying. So yeah, Juice's verses definitely deserve a better hook and a harder beat. And I'm also giving it 2.5 stars.
Jesus, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. That's like only slightly above trash, Danny.
Mate, it's more like thug insignificance.
Oh, we should have transitioned. That was good.
Jeez, I never thought, actually, like, didn't think I'd see, I thought Aaron would go to 2 stars, but I never thought I'd see Danny go in the 2-star region for this mixtape.
It's not the last time either.
Gee, spoiler alert. Sorry, I've collected myself. Thugnificence, hypnotizing effect. I like that. It's a good thing. It fits with the theme of the song, that sort of druggy theme. I've said that the chorus, yes, I agree. It's basic. It's repetitive. However, I actually wrote here, I like it. I said, yet I like it.
You wrote it, but do you believe?
Well, I think I need to obviously listen to the song again now that you've both given the score you have. But
Mate, how many times do you have to listen to this to figure it out?
I don't know. I said I like it.
20 times for me.
Yeah. Interestingly, Aaron, you picked out my favorite. I said the standout lyrics of the track are the ones that you mentioned, the Mike Tyson ones. Thought they were dope. And then I said, although I would listen to this song again, so immediately it's 4 stars. I said it doesn't quite earn itself 5 stars in my opinion, as something is lacking and or missing, but I just can't put my finger on what it is. So this was a bit of a grey area track for me, but I would listen to it again.
I'll tell you what was missing, Matt. A good song.
Oh.
Nah, you're both haters on this song as well. I think maybe you slept on it. Maybe you maybe you need to go back to it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to go back to it because obviously I've said that something.
I think this is your kind of song, just to be honest.
Yeah,
it feels
this is just
like
your taste.
Yeah, it feels like your kind of song.
Yeah, that's really perceptive that both of you are like, this is a Matt song because like, but then again, like I thought I was going to do that with Death too. I thought, oh, Danny's going to absolutely give this 5 stars. So like, but I was wrong with that. But I think maybe this is one of my songs. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was something else that you boys said that I thought.
You were too busy reading, not paying attention, mate.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
All right, Matt. Take a break. Have a club soda. Danny's going to take the next one. Track 10, club soda. How was that?
That was a good one. Probably one of the best.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, club soda. This is more like it. Straight away, the beat brings the energy way back up, and it just sounds really good. I don't know if you guys know, there's actually a Rick Ross song called
Yeah, I wrote it.
Ties.
Yeah, I put it
Pretty
in.
sure I showed both of you this song.
Yeah, I put it in my notes that this is the exact same beat, but this came first.
This did come first.
Family Ties was 2014.
Yeah. The Rick Ross version, though, I reckon is a lot more crisp. Like the beat sounds much more like expansive, and it slaps a bit harder. It's a slapper.
I think when we listened to it, Danny, we were like, the Rick Ross one makes you feel rich.
Yeah.
Like
all Rick Ross music does. Like he's all about luxury music. That's like his genre. But yeah, so I actually prefer that Rick Ross instrumental over this one, but Club Soda is the better song. So yeah, Juice and Eric, like going back and forth is a lot of fun. I love back and forths. I love when Juice gets nasty as well, and he says, "Straight killer ninja, bounty on your head, wrap you in your sheets, defecate, suffocate, and bleed."
Yeah.
That's nasty shit. That's what I like to hear. So Zombies back for me. But who has the best verse once again?
Big action.
Oh! No, we'll get to that. But yeah, my man Meechy. Hop up at your funeral shirtless and spit on your hearse, bitch. The worst is, and you're worthless. Better off dead so you lay in a dirt ditch. I'm better off dead because the zombies are emerging. That is gangster shit. Only Meech can say shit like that and make it sound so cool. Like, that's another thing about Meech. He is so good at grabbing your attention from the very first line. Like, go back to any song that we have reviewed so far, and every one of his verses start with a bang, like you're in straight away. He is so good at that. Yeah. If rap was illegal, you bitch wouldn't even write a bar. Shit, I'd probably be behind bars, raising the bar through these bars. Come on.
Meech joined the podcast.
Yeah, Meechy's here, boy.
Welcome to the show. Wait, why'd you make such a shit track like Thugnificence?
I wasn't on that track.
Yeah, but you're part of this crew, so don't.
You know what you said, Danny, just then?
Hey, I wasn't on that track.
You should have said, well, if you don't like my fucking music, if you don't like my music, then I hope you fucking die.
Hey, good one.
That's one of his lines, isn't it?
I think so. Rings a bell.
Yeah.
So yeah, Meechy has the best verse, for sure. Who has the worst verse?
The big fella.
Big action Bronson's come to town, boys. What a snooze fest. He is absolutely... He's asleep on this track. I don't know why he even rocked up to do something here. Like, I know it's hard to follow a Meechy Darko verse, but Action does not even try. The energy drops to below zero as soon as Bronson starts doing whatever the hell he's actually doing. I don't know what he's doing. His verse is so long, so boring, and like, usually as soon as I get to this verse, I immediately skip to the next song. Like, it's that bad. So because of that, because of Action Bronson, this is a 4.5-star song, not 5 stars.
Damn.
And I love this song. I love this song so much, and it's ruined. But 4.5 still.
Matt.
No, I'm scared now.
Ooh! Don't tell me you love Action Bronson.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dead to me.
No, I don't want to say why now, but like,
you're going to be laying in a dirt ditch. You're going to be laying in a dirt ditch.
I think I've got like lover's nuts for Action Bronson because like I've been watching like some.
Fuck, that's delicious.
Yeah, a lot of that, and I just love him as he's a personality. So like, and that was the other thing. The first thing I mentioned straight out the gate on my review of this is actually I remember I was walking in the park. That was when I went to listen to this album first without writing anything. And when I heard Action come on, I was like, shit, is that Action Bronson? I was like, I just didn't pick him as a feature on a Flatbush Zombies project. Like I was just like, oh, that's really strange, but like I was like pleasantly surprised. So I think I was biased already when like his verse came on, and like maybe reflecting back on like what the Zombies said, like maybe like you're right, Danny. Maybe their bars were harder than his, but I think I was just infatuated, to be honest, with Action at the time. So I was just like, yeah, I'm feeling what he's saying the most.
Is it because of his golden features?
Saying the most.
Is it because of his golden features you want to stroke the penis?
That's it. that line also, but also I love. I just said I love how he like slips in his like craft of like being a chef as well in his raps. I think that's really cool. Like it tells listeners a little.
It's cool the first 50 times he does it, but after the 10,000th time he does a chef raps, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I think I have
Matt,
listened.
How interesting! Pick apart the technique here. The peppered steak was salty, but I ate it because I love her. What a line! What a line! All technique.
That was literally the line I wrote down here, and then I continued on. She put sugar in her vegetables. She grew up in the gutter. I don't know. I liked it. I'm sorry.
Should be.
I said. I think I skimmed over the Zombies because I said it was nice hearing all of the Zombies spit some shit joint through.
It wasn't enough to hear the old Zombies on a track.
It's nice that they featured on Action's track. But yeah, so I think, to be honest, looking back, I probably skimmed over their works a bit too much. But I said I also like the beat and the instrumental, and I said this is an all-round solid track that I rate 4 stars at this stage. However, this could increase in the future. So in saying that, I guess when I wrote it, I thought, well, it's not going to get less than 4 stars, but it might stay at 4 stars, or it might obviously go to 5. I don't know.
It sounds to me like you were genuinely blinded by your pre-love of Action Bronson, because you, like you're saying, you have not said anything about Meechy. Like you're not going to say anything about Meechy right now.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
What did you give it, Matt? That's what I'm interested in.
Gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
4 stars.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say is that this beat is amazing, and it's the love by Jackie Moore, and it's tied in with the Star Wars. It's got a little pew pew in there, which is cool. Now, before I get into the Flatbush Zombies crew, I'm going to touch on Action Bronson. He says nothing. He always talks nothing. The only kind of redemption he has is like, you can tell my eyes are blue through the Mac lens. Lord cleanse me for dead soldiers, poor Henny. That's about it.
Yeah.
But he literally says, he doesn't say anything of interest. And he finishes this whole verse with Flatbush. Yeah, you know we too high to die. Like, oh, come on. He falls off a cliff. Like, he follows Meech and he dies. If you heard this track, you would not go and search for Action Bronson at all. Because you're just like, well, what's the point? He's a shit rapper in comparison. Like, seriously. Because there's so many lines here, like, you know, Zombie and Eric gone bars for bars, like, sharp like a jinsu, I bleed for your sins, I'm G-double-O-D. But I think my only critique of that is it could have been double G-O-D, because he could have been like, I'm God, but I'm also a G.
Well, you are the better rapper, that's for sure.
That's true. But he also says, like, straight killer, ninja, bounty on your head, rap on your sheets, defecate, suffocate, and bleed. Oh, it's just so good.
Yeah.
And then, Eric has some good stuff as well. And then, it's all Meech. And the perfect way to sum up this track is, who's your maker? Look me in the eyes. Meet your maker. Meet your maker. 5 stars.
5 stars?
Yeah, 5 stars.
Whoa.
The beat is so good that I don't give a shit about Action. I could listen to that beat and give it 5 stars.
Who's the hypocrite now?
Yeah, Danny, you said I ignore the outro or whatever. Aaron can't say ignore the.
Aaron, you have to admit now you fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this beat is amazing, though. This beat is...
No. When you started hounding me about my opinions of G-tiers, and now you've just gone completely the opposite way. Come on.
I think a hippo just joined the podcast.
Oh, no, that's rich, Aaron. That's rich.
Hey, I'm a rich boy. As I said, this beat makes me feel rich.
Oh, okay. Oh, so when I really love the beat on G-tiers, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
When you love a beat, you're a genius.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. A rap genius.
Oh, for... Do your shit transition, mate.
Aaron just took a dump on your song before, and it was like, mate, this song fire though.
Yeah.
The amount of heat I'm getting this, I feel like it's live from hell.
Oh,
oh, that's good. No, you got out there. That was good.
Track 11, live from hell. Matt, why don't you kick this off? Please tell me you're ready.
I literally wrote my opening line was, well, this is a bit of a bangosaurus.
Oh.
Oh, shit. I said the guitar instrumental complemented by that beat drop. It's dope as F-U-C-K.
Hey, don't swear.
I know. I said on top of that, like just that grittiness again of Meech, with the short and sharp back and forth sort of between him and Juice. It brings the whole like track to life for me. And going off what you were saying before, I think it was Danny, about like that energy. I said this track for me, with the back and forth, like all the stuff I've mentioned, it just creates this high energy feel from start to finish. Like it's just like insane. I said, this is definitely like a pump you up kind of song. This is gonna like get you out of bed. This is gonna like, you could be going for a run. You could be at the gym. Like this is just a pump. You're going to kill someone. I don't know. Like this is like a this is like an up and about type of song. And I said that finally, I'd absolutely listen to this again for the reasons mentioned above. And for that, the Zombies have earned themselves another 5-star track from me. So I haven't given out many. I think this is my 4th 5-star track so far. I had American Pie, Death 2, Regular and Complex, and now Live from Hell. And then I said, as stated by Meech in the 3rd verse, you don't like my music? Well, I hope you fucking die. Lucky I like this one, Hank.
Hey.
So, yeah, 5 stars.
I'm going to say your scoring has been very interesting.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
You want me to go, huh?
Mm.
All right. Well, I definitely see where Matt's coming from for sure. Like, I 100% agree. The energy on this track is through the roof. So this is the first of 2 tracks that are not produced by Erick Arc Elliot. For some reason, for 2 songs, they decided to just go with someone else. I don't know why, but
what are those 2 songs?
So this one was Harry Fraud.
Yeah.
And I actually like Harry Fraud. He's
Same.
got pretty good beats. And this does not sound like a typical Harry Fraud beat. And I'm not a huge fan of it myself. Like, I agree the energy of it, I can feel the energy of it, but it's just like it's too busy. There's so much happening, and I struggle to find the melody in the beat. Like it amps you up, but like struggle to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. As far as the rapping is concerned, yeah, this time it's Zombie Juice and Meechy doing the back and forth instead of Juice and Eric. And yeah, like I said before, I just love a good back and forth, and they do it well. There's just something so hip hop about back and forths, because like that just injects a lot of energy and playfulness into a song, and like that does that here. I don't think it's the strongest that we've seen of Meech so far, but he still wins. Like, I think he still beats Zombie Juice, but like I didn't really pick any lines to like quote because I don't know. Nothing is as strong as I've heard him do previously. So they have a lot of energy, but I don't love the beat. So I'm going to give it 4 stars.
Yeah, I agree with Danny in like the beat's not particularly good. It feels like a little bit mismatchy. It doesn't feel complete in parts. And it's just not as pleasant to listen to. Like this song is good, but it's not as good as the others. There's a funny line there, like unless you want to small with all the real potato cutter, I'll peel your flesh on your hands and feet and dump you in a tub of salt. Sheesh. And I have a reference to Chris Benoit, another wrestling dude who killed himself. And then they've got a cool Matrix reference, red pill, blue pill, plug in, plug out, which is just cool. But yeah, this song really didn't do much for me. 3.5 stars as well. Like, this is not their best. And by no means do I think the production here is particularly, intriguing here. I think they kind of skipped a beat when they decided to go externally and to Harry Fraud. But it just doesn't sound like him, really. Like, there are heaps of tracks that he does that sound really good. This just wasn't one of them.
Yep, I agree.
What's the other track so are all of the tracks produced by Eric other than this and what other?
TP4.
Really?
TP4 was produced by some dude called Obey City, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Cool.
Well, Matt, you sound quite soft, so I don't know what's going on with your mic.
Oh, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Right,
you might have gone on holiday to hang out with some palm trees.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Like, gone to Hawaii, they've got palm trees in Hawaii, don't they?
Why would you hang out with some palm trees, though?
Because you can hang on the palm trees, like hanging out.
Hang out with them, like they're your mates.
Yeah, because he has no other friends.
Okay, that's
track 12, palm trees.
I'm actually really interested to hear what Aaron has to say about this track.
Well,
me too.
Why don't I kick this off? Palm trees. I like the soul sample straight away.
That's what I want to hear.
Is so simple and so nice. This is how you do a trappy beat and a soul sample with hi-hats and heavy drums, and that is it. The beat is incredible. It lets the whole song breathe and doesn't overdo it with other random shit. It's just clean, simple, amazing. And then, guess what? The rappers can actually rap on the track. So Meech, his whole verse, he kicks it off with a bang, and it's amazing. Like, he has the line like, this white bitch had the fucking nerve to call me and when she the one paying the surgeon for her lips to get bigger. Do you get the bigger picture? Shit, it's backwards, ma. And it's just like, that is so funny and so ironic, and he's just got the voice. This whole song is amazing. There's also a line, because you ain't got the word I'm Glock Lesnar in the octagon. That's so good. Brock Lesnar was heavyweight champ in the UFC, so it's really good reference. And again, he was also in wrestling. They obviously like wrestling. And then Zombie Juice has a reference to 50 Cent. He says, dab or die trying. Obviously, 50 Cent's get rich or die trying. And then he's got this line, Thizzle for shizzle my nizzle, spitting riddles on instrumentals. It's just so good. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is the Meech show, and this song is every day of the week 5 stars.
Yeah. That's if there was one song that I could have predicted you would give 5 stars, it'd be this.
Yeah,
purely for that sample and that beat alone.
If we hadn't have synced up on Regular and Complex, this would have been the other one that I would have predicted. Or this would have been the first one I would have predicted possibly that we definitely would have synced up on. Like, without you even saying it, Danny, I know you're going to give it 5 stars. You know I'm going to give it 5.
Well, let's move on.
No, but I think this is, and as I got further into the mixtape, SoundCloud. You know how some of the comments, like people comment and it pop up as you're listening to the song. One of them was like, "Oh, like I'm still listening to Palm Trees since 13 or whatever." So I get that this is like the flagship. This is like their biggest hit of this particular mixtape. This is like the record.
Yeah, I think
This was the second single though.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest song ever.
This is like if you look on SoundCloud, the numbers of listens, this blows every single other track on this mixtape out of the water in terms of just listens. This has like over 1 million listens, whereas none of the others even come close.
Yeah.
Can I and also this track is just so complex. Like there's so much to this. Like I wrote the most on like my review for this track than any of the other tracks. So bear with me. It's obviously 5 stars. The background vocals are probably my favourite of the mixtape so far. They're just so mesmerising. I said the straightforward beat is good. The champions, the rappers' verses. And again, I haven't really been let down by Meech when he's on the chorus, and this is no exception. Standout features of the track for me, other than obviously what I've already mentioned, are Meech's lyrics. So yes, I think I agree with you, Aaron. This is his song. He steals the show. I love this line. Lions don't leave sleep over the pinions of sheep.
Yes.
And then a few lines later, he continues on with with the most opinions usually have the least.
Yeah.
That was amazing for me. That stood out. I said Juice's flow reminds me of a flow style Tupac used. It's interesting because like throughout this mixtape, both are so right. They dabble in like artists that I think they admire, like whether it be copying lyrics, like we get Rich or Die Trying, well not copying lyrics, but
like paying homage.
Paying homage to like albums or literally copying lyrics from artists. I reference that later on with Eminem, surprisingly. I didn't expect that.
I got that too.
Yeah,
the curse.
Yeah, no, but not even that one. There's another one that I'm not going to spoil now. But like,
what was the biggie one on this one? Did you get the biggie one?
Yeah. I didn't write it down, but I think I know the one you're going to say. And yeah, like I just really like that. Like I don't know if you guys picked up on Juice's Tupac flow, but it literally sounded like Tupac could rap on his part of I think it was the start of his verse. I also said I like how Eric addresses ideas of this is deep here. So I love how Eric addresses ideas that he doesn't add as much value to the group when compared with Meech and Juice, with the lyrics, fuck your publication that say I'm a third wheel, architect build your mind, set stress but won't swell. This is cool because, and it gets even better in the next track, spoiler alert, because I won't say well. He addresses that right here, right now, and like I guess up until like this point and the next track in particular, you are like you can't help but think, yeah, Meech and Juice are the stars of the show in terms of like lyrically. So I just love that he's got the balls to go out and say, I'm going to call those people out, or the publication, whatever, who has written it, to say that I, am not as good. Like I think that's dope. And then finally, so there's just so much to it. Finally, I discovered in my research 2 other noteworthy things that impressed me about Palm Trees. So first of all, both of these are from Genius as well. First of all, Palm Trees goes for exactly 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So being all about obviously smoking weed, this track, 420 Blaze. So that is a really cool.
You're all about that, aren't you? You're all about 420 Blaze.
Yeah, it's just a really, like, you've even said it before, Danny, I think. You're like, how cool would it be if this track went for this amount?
Yeah.
316, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they've literally done that with this track. So, like, just so many layers to it. And then, this is, like, obviously a lesser thing, but, like, I found it cool because the cover art for this track is a picture of Kami's house, which I found cool as I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z clips lately. And this image also links to the track itself because Kami's house is obviously situated on like a tropical island with palm trees around it. So I just really like that sort of culture that they've injected into this song that's outside of sort of the hip hop realm, really. So I thought that's really cool. I said, of course, I'd listen to this song again, and I'll definitely see myself bumping this in the whip while cruising down Beach Road with the Slim Fitty and Biggie Committee. This is absolutely a beach road, sunroof open, all windows down, hot summer's day from Mordialloc all the way to bloody Port Melbourne. This is that all the way.
Well, Danny, I'm going to say I'd written down the Biggie line. I know exactly which line you're talking about.
Well, it's the only one, isn't it?
It sure is.
The kick in the door one.
Yeah. No, it's the warning. Damn, they're trying to stick me for my paper.
What? Wait, so what? Did they say that in this?
Yeah.
Where? I got a different one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What one have you got?
Well, he directly says, it's funny how now rappers be on their druggy shit. Downloaded my tape, sat back, studied shit.
Yeah.
That is a direct reference to Kick in the Door. That's straight up those lyrics. But, I don't mind when they jack the lyrics because they're, paying homage to Biggie and not like just stealing it. So that's what I was thinking. I didn't even notice the other one.
Yeah. So after he says, "Dab or die trying on the road to Zion," damn, they're trying to stick me for my paper. They're trying to take me under. I've seen it through the vapors.
Oh, okay.
Aaron, Danny has earned himself his third. I do not recall.
I just never picked up on it. That's all. No, I legit didn't pick up on it. It's a good one. Yeah,
well done, Aaron.
Yeah. I don't have much more to add on top of what you guys have said. We're all giving it 5 stars. The beats, is amazing. I don't want to repeat what you guys have said because you guys have obviously said everything I'm going to say. I will say that lines don't lose sleep over the opinions of she. Opening lines, Meechy Darko, to my point, how good to see it starting verses. Straight away. I will say also that I think Zombie Juice leans too much into the drug theme on this one. I like songs about dealing drugs and not so much songs about doing drugs. That's my thing. And he leans too much into it. What'd you say?
Because we can't relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of people can, and we can't. The final thing I'll say, and I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me, this is something that came to my mind, which I don't know is even if it's true, but with Eric's last verse, I think it sounds really good, technically, he sounds good as a rapper. But I think a common problem he has is he's trying too hard to sound good when he's really not saying much with his lyrics. I think he tries too hard sometimes to make lyrics profound, and they're really not. Matt's picked a few, and some of them actually are kind of smart, but a lot of the times I feel like he's saying stuff to sound smart, and he's forcing it, and I don't know, it just comes off as not genuine.
I think at times the problem is he's falling victim to going up against a rapper who's amazing.
Yeah, two rappers.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Meech, we've probably said that Meech is amazing so many times, but when you keep hearing bars after bars after bars, you kind of get an inferiority complex where you try a bit too hard. So you're probably right there, Danny.
Yeah, I don't know, something to listen to on another listen, just see if he's actually saying anything of value or he's just talking shit. But yeah, that's it. I agree with everything you guys have said. It's 5 stars. One of the best songs on the mixtape. We all agree.
Awesome. Well, this whole album has been a bit of a roller coaster. It's gone up and down, up and down. I'm just hoping it doesn't go back to 2, 2, 2.
Oh no! How long are you thinking of that?
Track 13, 2, 2, 2. Danny, why don't you kick us off? You haven't kicked us off in a while.
So 2-2-2. So this is Erick's solo. It's only fair. Meech got one, and he's gonna get more. Juice has already got 2, so Erick gets his big solo moment to shine. And I think, like, for me, this is like a strange song for me. Like, this is a case where the sum of the parts are actually greater than the whole. Like, there are heaps of things I like about the song, but for some reason, when you put them all together, it just doesn't work as well as I'd like it to. Like, the beat is solid. I could listen to that beat easy. It's not palm trees, pleasant enough. The hook is catchy, and I think it gets even better when that feature, whoever it is, Bridget Perez, starts singing. Like, I usually don't like singing in my hip hop songs, but she actually sounds really good on here. I actually love it a lot when she comes in. And I even like when Erick does that whole distorting his voice in the third verse. Like, I know it's a strange choice, but it doesn't bother me at all, and I really enjoy it.
Interesting.
Like, yeah. So again, I don't think he's saying much lyrically, but he sounds good. So all these things I really like, and put them all together, and it's just 4 stars. It's just a good song, and it's not great. So I'll always listen to it when it comes on, but just lacks that something special for me. So it's 4 stars. Yeah, not 5.
Aaron.
Yeah. So I think this, as you said, Danny, this is an interesting track for sure. It's nice, but the subject matter doesn't really get me that much. It's a lot about, women and about girls. And it feels like a radio track. Like, you can see this going on a radio, but you're right. There's just something that doesn't really add up here. Like, it's kind of strange in parts where, Bridget Perez, she's there at the end, but she's not there during a hook at the beginning. It's why have her for 2 bits of the hook at the end, but not during the beginning? It kind of just it's really strange the way it's structured. It's also unnecessarily long for what type of song it is. Like, it just goes on and on and on. This is one that could probably be in the background. But yeah, I gave it 3 stars. It really didn't do anything for me. I'd probably skip it. If it played, I'd be like, okay, fine, but I wouldn't actively search it.
So 3 stars for Aaron and 4 stars for Danny.
Yeah, and 5 stars for Matt. Am I right?
I wish you guys like this as much as I do.
I like it a lot, to be honest.
No, but you don't like it as much as me.
I know.
You don't.
But this is your type of song. This is like an R&B feel that you like.
Bigger than that. Bigger than Ben-Hur. This track. You guys are missing so much. First of all, the placement of this song. It's placed directly after Palm Trees, when Erick, the first time in this whole mixtape, like I said before, addresses that idea that he is the lesser of the 3. Then this track follows it, where he's given the whole track with no bloody Meech. Love Meech. Erick doesn't need Meech on a chorus. Erick doesn't need Meech to produce a beat. Erick doesn't need Meech or Juice to do any verses. Erick just needs Erick. And
no, that's not true. He needs Bridget Perez.
Okay, obviously Bridget Perez is there, and she doesn't.
Meech don't need no Bridget Perez to make a hook.
Look, Erick, the bridge. I'll answer that now. The Bridget Perez thing, I agree with you, Danny. And did you say as well, Aaron? She's good. I would have her on the track. Absolutely. But the point of this track for me, when I heard it, I was just yeah, Erick, go get your shit. This is your track for you, and you do everything on this track so well. I Interestingly, I agree with you also though on the lyrics thing. I didn't pick out when I was writing any lyrics that I liked. So maybe I need to like look at it closer. I know Genius says something about the track being obviously titled 222, like is linked to how those numbers are lucky or something, similar to how the number 13 is unlucky.
No, it's apparently like an angel's number. Like 666 is the devil, and 222 is like an angel.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I don't know if it was reflected in the lyrics, though. I'd need to look closer. But if it is reflected in the lyrics, then that makes this track even better, because it's sort of like I see Eric as like the glue. I see him bringing it all together. Like, yes, you have Meech, who is amazing. Yes, you have, Zombie Juice, who's just lyrically, he's just fire. But like, Eric is like your Dre. He's like your Proof. He brings everything together. He makes everything work. Without him, like, I remember from the get-go when I first listened to this mixtape from the start to finish, do you know what stood out to me the most? Like, and don't like hate on me because I love Meech, but the production stood out to me more than Meech. Like, this mixtape is insanely produced for someone who isn't on the level as Dre. Like, it's just like mint. So it's like, I love that Eric has given this chance to show that he can rap and he can hold a song on his own without anyone else while producing it. And I assume as well, did he produce this track? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, could you say, I don't know, Danny, you'd probably be able to answer this. Could you say the same for Meech, or could you say the same for Zombie Juice, that they produce a track?
Yeah, but
they don't produce.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So Eric can't be undervalued because not only can he produce and produce bloody well, arguably he produces as well as Meech delivers lyrics, or Juice creates them, but he also raps, and he raps reasonably well too. So like,
yeah. No, but we're not disputing that. We're saying that he's a good producer. All my whole contention is that this song isn't that good. Just because he produced it and also rapped on it, much like in the Royce to 5'9" review, just because you do both doesn't mean that you get an automatic pass. Like, no. It's impressive. Don't get me wrong. It's very impressive, and he definitely earns his spot. But this song, in my opinion, just wasn't as good as the others.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, if you look back at the 5-star tracks that you've given, where does this measure up? And, it might still be 5 stars. There are better 5 stars than others. I just don't think in the ones that I've given, this one comes close.
Well, on that note, I'll get off, the Eric fanboy club and go more to the song then. I'll focus more on the song because I feel like I've been more passionately involved in Eric's sort of cause, like in the Zombies. But standout features in this track are the overall production. So including the beat and the instrumental, which I said here could be my favorite on the mixtape so far. So, this track for me, I feel was almost produced perfectly, for what Eric needed to do. I said, I agreed with you, I think it was Danny, who said the voice making him sound like he just took a hit of helium. That was dope. I said, I appreciate the combination of Bridget Perez and Eric in the bridge. And I said that on initial listen, this song is 4 stars. This is straight up 4 stars. However, looking into all that this song could mean, and maybe does mean, as well as on multiple listens, I think over time, this song would hopefully become a 5-star track for more people as it is for me now. So initially when I first listened to it, I'm glad I've listened to this mixtape multiple times now because my rating changed. It's a 5-star track for me, but it was 4 initially.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think he is an amazing producer. I'll agree. He's not underrated to me. I appreciate everything that he, contributes to Flatbush Zombies. So I'm one of the fans.
Yeah,
great.
What do you boys know more about why people it seems like we're hating on him in previous times?
It's just the curse of the producer. He is more the producer, so he's more behind the scenes. And if you see Meechy Darko all the time, Like, no, you're not going to compliment him when you're complimenting Meechy Darko instead.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't get, the props because people are giving it to Meech instead.
Fair enough. But on the same point, like on the Chronic, would you say Snoop Dogg outshines Dr. Dre?
But Dr. Dre's a star. He was a star back then.
Yeah.
He's not a star. No one knows him outside of hip hop.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Dre is a worldwide, celebrity. Yeah.
Oh, so interesting. I felt really like this song for me. I felt really passionate about defending. Like I don't know why. Like I thought, well, obviously for the reasons I mentioned, but like
I agree with most of the things you said.
Yeah.
Just as an actual song.
I think I'm getting too involved emotionally in this track. I think I'm too involved.
Yeah.
To invest in the story.
Maybe. Well, you also might be on a drug parade, so.
He's getting lazy now.
No, he's good.
Alrighty, well, let's get back into it. Drug Parade, track 14, Drug Parade. Who wants to kick this one off?
You do.
Sure do. Alright, so I think we kind of know where I'm going to head with this track.
Where I'm going to head, that's the question.
They set this up like this is all about drugs.
Yeah.
It's obvious it's all about drugs. The first thing that happens is that they go into this hook. Like Meechy goes into it and it's just shrooms, LSD, mescaline, a lot of weed, and that goes on for a little while. And at first I was like, this sucks. Like I was just like, oh, this is going to piss me off. But then the second time, third time you listen to it, you actually start liking the hook. And like I started like enjoying the hook. Having said that, I thought like the subject matter is a bit meh. Danny Brown's voice is so goddamn annoying. And the jump between Meechy Darko's voice and Danny Brown's voice is so jarring. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like it just jumps from.
But let me ask you this. Who was better, Action Bronson or Danny Brown?
On voice, Action Bronson.
No. Just who was better. On this album, who was better?
I would say technically Danny Brown, voice, Action Bronson. Who would I listen to? Which verse would I listen to more? I would probably say Action Bronson, only because he's got the beat behind him.
Oh, wow. No, that wasn't the question, though. I'm saying who was better.
The better what, rapper?
Yeah, just who had the better performance.
Yeah, well, like...
Danny Brown had better performance. Unfortunately, it was in a track that wasn't as good. But having said that, having said that, this beat has grown on me and this song grew on me. I gave this 4 stars. I'd listen to this again.
Yeah. I'm going to be even more generous than you.
Really?
Yeah. Because as soon as the beat drops, this song is a banger. The hook is a banger. I even love the slow, quiet build up at the start, because then it drops and just like, oh, come on, shrooms, LSD, mescaline. Like, it's so good. Like, yes, obviously not a huge fan of the content, but like, this is the kind of song that I listen to just for the vibe and the feeling that it gives me, just like bangers. Like, you listen to a banger because it's a banger. And like, so Meech's hook, I like it. Like Aaron said, maybe I didn't like it, but I've listened to this song so many times and I definitely love it now. And just the part of the song that really makes me laugh is when during Meech's verse where it goes, hold up, you don't do drugs? What's that mean? More for us! Just like, it just makes me laugh every time. Danny Brown. Yes, very annoying voice. I literally cannot understand half the words that are coming out of his mouth. But, like, he has that high energy that this song requires. Like, at least he's matching the song with his energy. Like Action Brown, not
Action Bronson.
Action Bronson. Action Bronson just destroyed the track with the energy that he brought. So Danny Brown at least brings the energy required to keep up with the song. So this song is actually 5 stars for me.
Whoa.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I get. You know what the point I get though that you made is about the like. If a banger's a banger, it's a banger.
Yeah. Correct.
Like, and listening to something just for the feel of it, like, and blocking out the content.
Yeah, but that's what music is sometimes. Music gives you a feeling.
Yeah, I'll pass you on that. I'll do a pass. I'm not sure it's 5 stars. For me, this is this is a 3-star track for me. I said, what do I like? I said I like the overall production once again. It's just a theme throughout this whole mixtape of production. It sounds epic with the background vocals and the hard-hitting beat, I said. So you're right, it is a banger.
Who did you say all this to?
Sorry?
Who did you say all this to?
Who did you say all this to?
Yeah. He always says, I said.
Yeah.
Who'd you tell? Who did you say this to?
True. That is true. You always say, I said, like...
Sorry, I mean, like, I was writing down. I can't get enough of Meechy's sound at the moment. So, like, it's taken me up this long to get a point with him. No, it's just like, I think all that this track, I was just like, that sound you could just listen to like all day, that voice. I said his lyrics, like you said, Danny, hold up. You don't joke what that means. And then again, the voice changes and it's like other people like shouting it, like more up. It's funny. That was the lyric of the track, and how they were delivered made me laugh. And then I went on to what I dislike. So I dislike the content, obviously. I dislike I could leave the chorus, and then of course Danny Brown's verse. It has the opposite effect to me that Meech does. So I think this was the same on Detroit Boys versus Everybody. Danny Brown featured on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was just like, it's just noise.
But it's energetic noise.
True. But in saying that, you know what's really interesting? When I listened to this mixtape with Genius beside me, I could pick up on every single thing he was saying. Like I could hear it. Like, so he is saying stuff. It's just like you've got to get used to his voice. It's almost you build up this like a custom taste for it. Maybe it's like an acquired taste. Yeah. But you know how like I can't remember the rapper, but it was on the Allegory to feature in Loce's track, and he said he's
West Side Gun.
Yeah, the most annoying voice in hip hop. I feel like Danny Brown would give him a run for it.
No, Danny Brown is way worse, I reckon.
Yeah. He's really bad.
Yeah. But other than that, I said...
what did you say?
I said... sorry. I wrote down, I don't hate this track.
That's just as bad saying I wrote down.
Yeah.
I don't hate the track, but I don't love it. It's a hate it or love it sort of, feel to it. And that's why I gave it 3 stars.
Yeah. It's fair.
This is going to be really interesting how he transitions to this.
I know. There's no way. There's no good way.
I feel like going outside and building a teepee, and not just one, but 4 of them.
That is actually the best one you've done. That is actually the best one.
Track 15, TP4.
Yeah. I want Matt to go first.
Okay. I'm actually glad that Danny said to me, can I go first? Because I literally wrote down, the first thing I wrote down, ha ha, exclamation mark. This track is potentially, I need to read this. This track is potentially the funniest on the mixtape and puts an honest, manly feel on a song that is arguably for the ladies. This track is bloody hilarious. I said, despite having a similar chorus structure to the previous track, that sort of repetitiveness, I said, I feel like I prefer this and actually like this one for its wit, delivery, and for the fact that I can partly relate to it. Hold it. Wait. I eat good. I mean, real good. I am Biggie at the end of the day, so that line and the way he says it, like I eat good is just normal, mate. But then when he says real, he puts like a grr on the like Aaron, like you do it well, Aaron. Like yeah, like I mean, real good. Like that is just like it's just like you roll up your like lip at that. That's like a big Quint sort of moment there. So I said that is just amazing, and then to follow it up, but I fuck better. That's just funny. So I said Meech is on fire with his lyrics and delivery here, especially with bars like "Cruel intentions, just spread them, and get an N in and let it N in." That is so funny because it's actually it's not the lyrics themselves. Like they're not like I suppose like lyrical miracle, but the way he says the second part of let it N in and like he stretches it out almost like he's like I don't know having an orgasm or she's having an orgasm or it's just so good.
Matt, you missed the best line in this song.
Hold on. And then I said, he said, my wordplay is extensive. Guess what? So is my dick. He has literally rhymed extensive with dick, but he's done it so well because he's stretched out dick. And it's just like, it works so well. And I remember, again, walking in the park listening to this song, I burst out laughing because I didn't see that coming. Like, it just surprised me. And I was just like, that is amazing. Yeah. So I said, after that, finally, I also fuck with the beat on TP4 as it bangs hard. And this was nice. This is really nice. I said, I wish I could play this track in my car right now to fully appreciate it. Like this would be probably the first track I would play in my car. The way I have structured this, maybe it'll shift around. Maybe I want to hear palm trees or something else like first. But I don't know. When I was writing it, I was like, this is what I want to hear in my car right now. And my only beef with this song is its length. It's too bloody short. I want more. I want more of this song. I want more because it is 5 stars.
Oh my God.
I was just
can I say something?
Yeah.
This has gone exactly how I thought it was going to go. And I'm glad we got the one good review out of the way before we're about to hear the opposite of what you just said for the next 2 reviews.
I know. I almost had a gut feeling that both of you would not like this song because, like, again, it is a ladies, like, you could be framed as a ladies track, but the way he frames the lyrics is like in an honest, manly point of view to it. And I feel like if you're going to have a ladies track, like, I don't know, like, go on, do your shit. But this, you know what's interesting? This track and that other track are the only ones that weren't produced by Erick. And both of those tracks that weren't produced by Erick, obviously, as well as other tracks that were produced by Erick, I gave 5 stars. So, like, I not only like Erick's production, but I also like the other 2 who did their shit on in this mixtape.
Do you know what's also interesting? Both of those tracks are ones that neither Danny or I gave 5 stars.
Yeah. So it's almost like you saw this coming. It was like foreshadowing. There's a pattern to it. So go on, hit me with what you
all right. I'll make mine nice and quick.
Mine's quick as well. You can basically speak for me because I know you're going to say what I'm going to say.
I like the beat, and after the start, I honestly thought I'd hate the shit out of this. But Meech has some funny lines. Having said that, the subject matter is bad. I'm not interested in hearing how other guys fuck girls. I'm just not interested. Maybe other people like it, but I personally like fucking girls myself. I don't like listening to other dudes talk about it. Having said that, he does have some funny lines, which are, life is a gamble, baby girl, blow my dice and test your luck. And then there's 1 nut, 2 nut, 3 nut, 4. After nut number 5, she don't want you no more.
Oh, no, that's not good.
And to be honest, I don't want this track anymore. I gave it 3 stars.
Oh, actually not too bad. Good work, Alan. Well done.
I know. That is actually not too bad. 3 stars. Wow, you're more generous than me. Like, the content on this song is absolute trash. There's no way around it. Like, it's actually cringy to listen to. Like, sex raps are literally the worst. Can't defend any of the lyrics on here. The one thing I will say is, you probably didn't catch the Wu-Tang reference at the start. So when he says, the kind of pipe that would put Rihanna to sleep, your pardon, that bitch been on my mind all week, that is directly out of Ice Cream by Raekwon. So I appreciate it, but in no way does that save this song from being absolute garbage.
Go on, hit us with the stars. 2 stars.
Correct. Like, Meechy's delivery is always worth something to me. So I'm going to give it a very generous 2 stars.
God, did you know I was going to give it 5 stars?
I didn't know you were going to give it 5 stars,
Yeah,
but
I thought you'd give it 4.
I knew that you were going to like it and me and Aaron were not. But I'm surprised that Aaron gave it 3 stars because that's actually, average and not bad.
Come on, are you telling me that you guys didn't? I know Aaron probably did, I reckon. But you telling me you didn't laugh once in this track?
I cringed. I cringed a lot. All that nutting, like the girl's nutting and then he's nutting. Like, who wants to hear that?
Oh,
Matt does.
Yeah, and you do, clearly. You thought it was funny.
I did think it was funny. A one-off funny, but I'd skip it now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actively listen to it, but if it was in the background, I'd find it amusing.
Yeah. And that extensive, so is my dick. That's not even clever.
That is.
It's the furthest thing from clever. Hey, my dick's big. That's clever.
Going back to what I was saying before, though, if it shocks me and makes me laugh at the same time, I'm like, oh, that is memorable. It's stuck in my brain. Like, it's stuck in your brain. It's stuck in Aaron's brain. It's stuck in our brain.
It is. I'm saying it's memorable. It's not clever. Saying your dick's big is not clever. Saying how many times your girl nutted is not clever.
All right. Look, I can see where both of you are coming from, and I anticipated that you probably wouldn't like it. But thank you, Aaron, for giving it an above average score.
This isn't a gift to you. I'm just giving you my opinions. This isn't like, for Matt, I'll give it a little bit higher. No. I'm telling you what I think of it. But to be honest, Matt, after that review, you might be dead, and therefore Danny might have to bless you.
Danny, can we call it now? That's probably the worst one of the.
Oh God, that made me die. Oh God, that was bad.
Guys, I'm just gonna be gone for 30 seconds till I go throw up.
Oh shit,
Matt, that was memorable. You laughed, so that's 5 stars.
There you go. Yeah, that's logic. Yeah.
Track 16. God blessed the dead. Matt, what'd you think?
All right, so this track for me, short and sweet. I definitely liked it. I felt it was like a tribute track to the OGs of hip hop, who obviously left a mark for Meech and like a lot of other people as well. So I appreciate that message. Standout features of this track for me are Meech's M flow. So I think Danny actually mentioned this earlier in the mixtape or alluded to it. So he experiments with lyrics going from every verse, from every curse, I'm cursed with this curse to outdo my last verse, to outshine my last word, never decline, no backwards. So I thought that was cool because it reminded me of, I think it was
The Way I Am.
Yeah. I'm just cursed with this curse to just blurt this berserk and this bizarre shit that we're that. I thought that was really cool. I butchered that though. So I like that. I also liked his creation and play with like new words. What was the one he made up? It was like this. I wrote down ignorantist, he said. And he even jokes around with that, saying that that's a made up word, but he's so ignorant it doesn't matter. Like, I like that. Going back to the Bliss track, I think the third one, where ignorance is bliss. And I also like there's just facts in this song. That line, money blemishes, you can't spit the way you used to spit. Sometimes a artist become bigger than the art that he presents. The beat I also enjoy, as well as the gentle keyboard instrumental. I feel like you'll like that, Aaron. Despite all of this, I rate God Bless the Dead 4 stars because I feel it could have done more to honor Meech's hip-hop heroes, which may have been aided by additional verses and therefore a longer overall track. Reflecting on that, what I've written down there now, I'm like, well, they've sort of done that with Headstone, haven't they? And maybe they have paid enough homage to like people they respect. And
they definitely have, and like, yeah, I feel like you're judging again. Like this has happened before with like you and Aaron, and maybe even me. But like you're judging the song on what it's not doing instead of what it is doing.
What do you think it's doing? What's it doing for you?
No, but you're saying like, oh, it doesn't pay enough homage to the legends when heaps of rappers don't pay any homage, and this one actually is, and you're saying it's not enough.
Nah, I disagree with you, Matt. They play so much homage in so many of their tracks, and they reference so many artists. You cannot say they don't respect the greats.
Yeah, or maybe I was being harsh there.
I think you're being very harsh, because if you say that about artists, you've got to say that about everyone. So all of Royce's tracks that you gave 5 stars, bump him down because he didn't reference the greats.
Yeah. But this track is specifically titled God Bless the Dead. Like, I feel like there could have been more references in there.
I mean, the whole outro is just references to all the dead legends.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like, this is the Flatbush Zombies. They're also dead. So he could be saying, God blessed me because I'm dead.
Oh, that's good. I didn't actually even think about that. That's real good.
But yeah, I'll jump into mine because you're right, Matt. I did like this beat a lot. Like, it's simple, it's clean, piano and heavy drums got me hooked all day. And the bars are really good. It's just gangster, grimy, gritty shit. Like, if you don't like the way I live my life, why don't you take it? In all my past lives, I've laughed in my killers' faces. I'm into blood, beef, human mutilation, extended clips, squeeze, let it disintegrate them. It's just amazing lyricism. Like, that is what you want in hip-hop. That's exactly what we're here to do, and it's an amazing beat. Having said that, my only critique is the hook. The hook to me is literal shit. Like, yes, he pays homage, but I didn't like the hook. Skip that. And all I wanted to hear in this is his bars. Like, that's it. I don't want anything else. Just bars in this. So that hook took it from a 5 to a 4 stars.
Isn't the hook just at the end as well?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's not a song, so it's not like it's structured in a traditional like song format where it's hook, verse, or verse, hook, verse, hook, verse. It's literally just verse and then a hook at the end. Just give me the verse, leave the hook out of it, and it's 5 stars.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Fair point.
Again, like you're taking this like end of a song and just, downgrading a whole song because you don't like a little thing that happens at the end. Like, that's crazy.
It's not a little thing. This is a short track.
Yeah. But like, well, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. That's why maybe I can't understand it. But like, I like it when he mentions, Biggie, Tupac, Big Pun, Big L. Like, it's good to hear that kind of stuff for me anyway.
Like, it was cool, but like, does it really add that much?
No, it doesn't. Maybe it, detracts for you, but it doesn't detract for me. I don't know.
What makes this a 5-star? Like, I'm assuming it's a 5-star track for you. What makes it a 5-star track then?
Basically, everything you guys said already, baby. Yeah, it's just Meechy Darko. Aaron's quote is the quote I was going to say. Meechy kills this song. I don't have any issues with the outro / hook. Like I said, I like all the shout outs to the legends. Just so many quotables. I don't have much more to add. Like, this is just 5 stars.
So I would listen to this again. add it to like the playlist, the regular playlist you'd listen to of Flatbush Zombies.
Absolutely. This is a standout Meech verse, one of many.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good verse.
Well, in that case, I think. Actually, I don't have a transition for the next one. I don't even know what the next track means. I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Well, to be honest, based on how this is going, I think I'm going to need a Shiraz, but instead I'll settle for Miraz, track 17.
Oh, that was horrible.
Okay, hold on. What is a Miraz?
I don't know.
Is that how you say it?
I think it might be like an acronym or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just taking a pun. But anyway...
A big pun.
Oh, I figured out what it stands for.
What?
Men resurrected as zombies.
Oh, I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Very cool.
So, Danny, kick this one off for us. Men resurrected as zombies.
Yeah. Well, I learned something today. That's actually cool. Yeah, so this was the first song I ever heard from the mixtape. Because I'm pretty sure it was the first single. This and then Palm Trees. So I heard this when it came out and absolutely loved it. Like, this is just pure hip-hop. Dope beat and 3 rappers going hard. Like, all 3 of them. Meechy, Big Meech, kicks things off. And he lists, all his influences, which I always love when people, shout out the legends like he did before, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
I especially love the Method Man shout out because, I just feel people don't mention him enough in, greatest rappers alive, and he is one of the greatest rappers alive. Big Meth is one of my faves anyway. So this is one of those verses where, I have every single line memorized. Because it was the first thing that came out, and this was the only song that I had. I didn't have the mixtape. I had this one song, and I would listen to this one song over and over again. So I literally know the whole Meech verse front to back. I am like Randy Savage on acid that's very vibrant and classic. A walking disaster hazard to any rapper. This rapper we underground killers, but globally they feel it's good. We restore and the feeling this girl spit voodoo. Yes, I could go on and on. I love everything, his flow, his lyrics, his delivery. One of the best Meech verses. And how many times have I said that? One of the best Meech verses on this mixtape already. Yeah, heaps. So yeah, then it's Erick's turn. And he has a really good opening bar. I assemble sentences so I can reap the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
That is like hip hop summed up perfectly in one line. Then he also has, if I'm talking shit, man, I'm only kidding. That is me summed up perfectly in one line. So I love that as well. Good verse. And then Zombie Juice, he is flowing on here too. They all bring it. Having visions of Mason Bether coming back, spitting crack, contemplating how we living under Satan, discriminating and hating. This ain't rap, we call it fool for the sacred. What you craving? Come on. So hard. The icing on the cake is those G-funk synths that just come in at the end and just end that song. Oh, 5 stars. We're back, baby.
This is a fire track. This is amazing. That soul sample is really faint but works so well. With the hi-hats and the drums and all the other samples thrown in, the Mass Appeal Gangstar sample, the Boys in the Hood sample, Eazy-E, the Triumph by Wu-Tang sample. This is how you produce a track. From start to finish, this is filled with samples, and it is still so clean. It's not messy at all. It's crisp, and just amazing to listen to. This is a track you would listen to again and again and again and again. Like this, and Danny, as you said, Meech killed it. They all did a really good job. Their flows are really good. This track is like the whole 9 yards from start to finish. There's no critique in this. And like, you know, Zombie has references like I see the lies, wannabes, little G's, peep the APCs, I'm a god, rep the NYC, we got unity. Like he's got all of it. And like Queen Latifah's unity, like they just do an amazing job. So what do you think? 5 stars.
Correct. Let's hit it for trifecta.
You bloody will too.
Hey.
Is that the third time, or has there been more that we've all got the same?
Palm trees.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know. So it's like we've got the regular and complex, we've got palm trees, and now Mirage.
This one.
They're the 3 tracks, I think, the only 3 tracks where we have all given the same rating.
But all 5 stars.
Yeah. You boys have mentioned everything. I didn't know it was the first single from the mixtape, and I can see why it would be. It sounds like a track that Dre would produce in terms of its like complexity, in terms of it sounds full, like, and not in a busy way. It just sounds like a movie. It feels like a movie experience. Like, yeah, that like G-Funk at the end, like just cherry on top, isn't it?
Yeah.
I also like, Danny's actually right too. Or I wrote down here that I couldn't pick a verse that was my favourite. I couldn't separate the 3, which
I can. Meechy Darko.
Sound, yes, but like in terms of lyrics, I can't separate them at this stage. I said that the chorus is so catchy and dope, like it's just, and then finishing off with what Aaron was saying, you're right, there's literally nothing to critique, there's nothing to complain about on this song, so it's 5 stars. It's like, it makes so much sense that this would be the first single and then Palm Trees would be the second, because on both of those tracks, you can't really complain about anything.
Well, there you have it. Real simple, 5 stars, no complaints. You know, I'm starting to think you guys are my team and supreme.
Oh, God. It's getting late, isn't it?
Yeah. Track 18.
Energy.
My team supreme. Matt, do you want to kick this off? Throw in some energy.
I do. Look, this track, for me, it's like, at this point in any album, any project, it's like you expect things to be winding down. Like, because, second last track, it's like, okay, well, let's start tying things up in a neat little package. But this track does not wind down. It does like the opposite. It's like, what we're given here, what we're gifted with is like a rapidy rap track that again, you can't complain about. This is like standout features for me of this track are things like the piano instrumental in the background. Oh, actually, I wonder if you boys will agree with me on this one. I've said here, Erick's possibly flawless verse.
No, don't agree.
Really? Okay. Well, I like, for me, he stood out here. I said he just flows so effortlessly here and brings bars like tripping to existence is often labelled as miscreants because we position it different, real hard to make sense of it. Record labels making sense, we sensitive. Now we acting senseless. Fuck you, architect and president. I thought that was just fire. I said Meech does his thing too, but going back to what I said, Erick stole the show.
Oh, no way. No way.
I do like the chorus, despite it being strongly positioned, strangely positioned solely at the end of the song. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I need to hear it a couple of times in a song, to be honest. It sounded like the chorus sounded like something zombie fans would like chant. It's almost like a code that they could be identified by. I don't know. I just saw that in my mind when I was listening to this chorus. It was very like chanting.
Are you talking about the Martine Supreme Stay Clean? That part?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is Biggie's "Mo Money, Mo Problems."
So maybe I've obviously heard that before, and then I'm like, because it's in my brain, I can hear like it being chanted. I don't know. I thought it was really cool though. And yeah, I struggled to give it 5, but it's absolutely 4 for me. Like no doubt, it might change, but 4 for now.
So you're not even going to mention any of Meechy Darko's lyrics on this. You think Erick stole the show?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Danny, you go for it.
Wow. So the beat, let's start with the beat. I think when I first heard it ages ago, I was like, yeah, it's average. But like it has really grown on me, and that piano is haunting, and I love it.
Yeah.
So I really love the beat. I think Erick's verse is solid. I like the line, "I am so compelled, might as well proceed another step, never took a L, still fresh without the double X." Like that's probably a reference to that, you know, hip hop publication Double XL, and how like I don't think Flatbush Zombies were ever like Double XL freshmen, which is like a big deal. Like to be on the cover of Double XL, it's like it's a good look, and they never got it. So it might be that they never got a Double XL like fresh review as well. So it could be anything, but I like it. It could have multiple meanings. But Meechy Darko is on another level again. I'm on my freeze time, leaping in and out of portals shit. You're on your prick your finger from a thorn, mere mortal shit. Like he is an out of this world human, and everyone else is just an average nobody. Like another amazing way to start a verse. And how are you not going to mention Hitler at a bar mitzvah? How do you not mention Hitler at a bar mitzvah? Torturous, slaughter shit. That is the funniest shit I've heard so far. So, yeah, I like that Biggie Mo Money Mo Problems hook. 5 stars. Meech blows Erick out of the water.
No.
100%.
Aaron.
Well, yes. I'm gonna say this. That beat is amazing. That piano, that heavy drums, it's just grimy and it's just got that for me. Yeah, I love the sound of this. Straight away, I had my head nodding. I was just like, just getting into it. And it just has bars as well and delivery. Matt, you mentioned some of Erick's, but Meech was better. Like my rhyme schemes and my bars infinite. I hear shit and I get a little narcoleptic.
Hey.
Like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
He just makes you laugh. You can't say anything than that. The delivery is amazing. Yeah, and the Biggie reference to Mo Money, Mo Problems, 5 stars. And let me tell you this is a strong finish to any album, especially a long album. Like, you know, this is coming into last 3 tracks, 2 of which I've given already 5 stars. No matter how the last track ends, it's a great finish.
Definitely ends strong. Well, I'm just saying, after that TP4 shit, it could have ended disastrously, but definitely recovered.
It's not that long. I resent that TP4 comment, by the way. But it's not that. Is it that long? Like, the album or the mixtape? How long is it?
It's like an hour and 4 minutes or something. But remember, it's got like a few short tracks, like where people are just spitting bars. All right. Well, the results are in. That one was 5 stars from me and Danny, and 4 stars from Matt. Let's bring it home, baby. Last track. The results are in.
I feel like Danny he started the review with American Pie. He needs to start it now by finishing it.
I can do that. So we'll start with the skit. I actually find it amusing. I like it. Like, I wouldn't take it off the song, even if I could. And I always like when a beat will play under it, like play under a skit, because then I still have something to, you know, enjoy. And I really enjoy this beat. So skit works. Beat is awesome. all three rappers get one last chance to make an impression. They're all here. Zombie Juice, I reckon he sounds decent, but not his best verse on the album. So could have ended stronger for this big zombie boy. Eric, I think he does a bit better. He has a good flow. And, well, that's all I can really ask for. You got a good flow, it's good enough for me. But they save the bloody best for last, don't they? When you got the juice, you gotta move like the bishops do, even if that means killing every person in your crew. Ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Yeah. What a way to start a verse. How many times has he killed it from the start? Like there's no warm up. He's just straight in, grabs your attention. You're in for the whole ride. I'll say it now. Meechy Darko is the whole package. He's got the voice. He's got the flow. He's got the lyrics, sense of humor, and charisma. He has everything. Everything I look for in a rapper. Like, he just might be the wildest Brooklyn rapper since Christopher Wallace. Yeah, I said it.
That's big. Biggie.
He said that isn't that his lines?
Yeah, it is his line. Yeah. I was trying to be clever.
Try again.
Okay. And I'll just say, I don't know if you guys picked this up, but how the very last line Meechy Darko says ties in with the skit. So it's like, he goes, Mr. Darko, you are not. As in, there's no one like him, and I agree, 5 stars. Big finish. Let's go, boys.
Hold on, explain that last line to me again.
Well, he says his name. He goes, Mr. Darko, and then the skit says, you are not. So you are not Mr. Darko. You don't come close to him. He is way better than you. But really, the skit is like, you are not the father. So it's like, you are not. It matches the skit. It's a continuation of the skit from the start.
Okay.
But I always interpret it as, Mr. Darko, you are not. You are not him. You will never be anywhere near him. And I love that.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
Well, what did you pick up on, Matt?
Not much, I can tell you that.
Every single thing. Started very strong. It's finishing strong. I'm not sure if it's finishing as strong as it started, but it's, like I said, it's solid still. I like what you said, Danny. Every rapper spitting a verse. Like, that's nice how they all started like spitting and now they're all finishing together, like as a group.
Yeah. I knew you'd like that.
It's a statement. I don't mind that there's no chorus. Funnily enough, that doesn't really bother me. The sample intrigues me. I'm like, is this like facts? Like, did this happen to one of them? I don't know. It just, I like it. I'm not saying I don't. And also, would you describe the beat as banging or slapping? Because I described it as slapping.
I don't think it's either. I think it's something else, something unique, definitely very pleasurable to listen to, but I don't think it bangs and I don't think it slaps.
It was just a pleasant sound.
Yeah, it's just a really unique signature Erick Arc Elliot beat. Like, he's unique, and that's awesome. He doesn't sound like anyone else, his production.
Similar to like what I said on one of the other tracks about like pumping you up or getting you up, like the high energy one. This one's like, I can see yourself like people marching to this song, like a zombie march, you know? Like, I don't know, the beat creates that like rhythmic pattern like that reminds you of marching. I like it. Standout features of this track for me are...
The amount of time you've said standout features.
Yeah, there's always standout features in a track. I don't want to tell you who my favourite rappers are on this track.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Juice and Eric stand out for me in particular on this track.
What? Both of them? Before Meechy Darko?
Before Meechy Darko, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. See, this is the other thing though. Like you said at the start, you've listened to this for 8 years, so you've come to appreciate like things more over time. So maybe that's the case with this. But based on those 2 weeks, and when I was writing this review, those two stood out for me on this track. I don't think he has performed as well as he has on other tracks. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I've said that I like Juice's nod to Eminem with the lyrics, "I ain't acid rap, but I rap on acid." That stood out to me.
Where's that from?
That's Eminem's verse. What's he say? It's literally those lines. He says, "I ain't acid rap, but I rap on acid."
I can't place it.
Subliminal intent to sodomize women again. Eminem, a friend. Eminem, if you ever,
is it criminal?
Yeah, I think so. Then it goes, "I ain't even drove you in the woods yet to paint the forest."
I can't place it, but keep going.
Yeah, so it's literally copying Eminem's lyrics. And then I also like the Yoshi on one of the verses as well. It's Juice's line, yeah, and it reads, "No chain on gold teeth, blowing Yoshi."
Yeah,
that was I don't know. I thought that was kind of creative, and made me smile. I feel. Oh, actually, no. I said this. The final thing I wrote in my review of this song was something is telling me that the results are in will grow on me more and more over time in multiple listens. However, for now, it is a 4-star song for me, and one that the Flatbush Zombies should be happy to finish their mixtape with.
Interesting, because straight up, damn, this was a finish. The sample, so good, really amazing soul sample, and it's softened in the background just to amplify the lyrics. It doesn't take over. This is how you produce a song. And there's so much to like, and I love the ending of it because it's like, "You are not the father," and you just feel like chanting it with the crowd. Like, it's just like so good to finish.
Yeah.
This is more about like the whole album. It's a weird finish to the album, but as a track on its own, it is so good. Everyone has some really good lines. Like Juice has metaphysics, religious scripture, read the picture, participating, hating the negative, you'll work at you. Look inside your soul, meet your maker, I suppose. Like just some good lines. He's also got like, "King of my own, that throne, I'll leave you thorny crowned, crucified, getting shitted by your own. The universe, everywhere I roam, is my home." Oh, He's just got some good stuff. And then Erick's got this line where it's like, "Got a job, got to rob, black mask, black noise, black ball, black hoodie, back on my back, boy." But that line, it reminds me of an R.A. the Rugged Man song, which is, it's called Black and White, featuring Timbo Kings, and they literally go verse for verse just talking about like black things, like, black Timberlands, black hoodie, and then R.A. the Rugged Man will go like wearing white shit, like white wife beaters. It's not a great track, but it just reminded me of it.
Sounds like a good concept, though.
Yeah, it's a cool concept. Like, every now and again, I just choose and pick it and listen to it, and I'm like, oh, I remember this. But yeah, this is just absolute bars. I like the reference to Suge Knights. That's always like a cool little ad there. But yeah, the results are in. This is 5 stars without a bloody doubt.
He's done it.
Big finish.
Is that the I like black Tims and black hoodies?
No, that's a Biggie song.
Oh, okay.
Back on my back, boy.
So now there's only one last thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few actually. To rate the album overall out of 5 stars. To tell us your favorite instrumental, favorite song, and potentially favorite lyrics of the mixtape.
Oh, I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that prepared. I didn't have the lyrics. I could give it to you off the top.
The dome?
Off the top of the dome, baby.
Well, Matt, why don't you go first? Because you seem to be dying to let us know.
All right. according to the algorithm that I use, my overall rate, I actually scored this whole mixtape 81 stars out of 95.
That's big.
That is big.
It works out to be 85% or just over 85%. So it's 4.26 stars. So I'll give it 4 stars. It's a solid 4.
As a fraction, how much is that?
85%. Oh, a fraction? Oh, that's a percentage. Yeah. 85 over 100 as a fraction.
In decimals, how many decimals?
That's 0.85.
Yeah. And when you put it into Pythagoras theorem, what happens?
You're just going for the lulz now. Just going for the lulz. But interestingly, out of the Allegory and Black History Project, and then this one I've rated the highest out of those 3.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So according to my algorithm, this tape I apparently enjoy the most. Or rate the highest, I should say.
And the algorithm is never wrong.
So that's me. You boys go on the rating now.
Aaron.
I gave this 4.5 stars for my overall rating. The amount of 5-star tracks on this, they really didn't have too many negatives. This is a really good mixtape, and it's produced so well. Like, the majority of my ratings were 4 and above. So, yeah, this is 4.5 stars. The reason it doesn't get 5 is there's a couple of songs that aren't as good, and sometimes the construction of it isn't great. Like, they go from 5-star to 2-star back to 5-star. It's like a bit all over the place. But yeah, this was really, really, really quite amazing. So, 4.5 stars.
Nice.
Very nice.
I think for the final, for this little overall rating, we have all synced up because Matt is basically rounded up 4.5. You're 4.5, and I am giving it a big 4.5 as well. So we are
unanimous.
It's strange because I feel like I had way more 5 stars than you guys. So I don't know how that works, but
count them up. How many 5 stars did you have?
Heaps. But definitely more than you guys. But I didn't use the quadratic formula, so I don't know how accurate my overall rating is. But anyway, it's good that we all matched up. It's good. I love that that you guys love this mixtape because, I thought I might have, this might have been maybe something that was a guilty pleasure of mine and you guys wouldn't see what I like about it, but I'm really happy that you guys enjoy it apparently as much as me. That's cool. But yeah, like Juice and Eric, they're good rappers, but at the end of the day, when you listen to this mixtape, Meechy Darko steals every single track he's on. Eric brings those beats, and Zombie, like he adds something. So it's good to have him there. I think I underrated him. I enjoyed listening to him more this time through when I was really focusing on him, because I usually, like, Meechy takes all my, my ears perk up when I hear his voice. So, but this time I was really listening, and Zombie impressed. Yeah, I enjoyed this mixtape. I suggest if you like this mixtape, maybe go back and look at their first mixtape, Drugs, because there are some good songs on there. And if for nothing else, Thug Waffle is one of their best songs ever, and it's on that mixtape. Personally, their debut album, 3001, didn't enjoy it that much. Probably the weakest thing I've heard them do. But Vacation in Hell, which I think both of you have heard songs from, that's a good one. Like You and I is probably the greatest verse Meechy Darko has done ever.
Yeah, I can't count how many times I've heard you quote it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just so personal. Like, it's not like him being funny. It's him being so personal, but injecting it's just one of the best verses. It's in that Lyrical Miracles playlist for sure. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, BetterOffDead is just a great showcase for one of the most talented rappers of his generation. I just hope that the best is yet to come, to be honest. But yeah, 4.5 stars. Amazing.
So what's your favourite instrumental and what's your favourite track?
Oh, it's so tough. So tough. Matt, go.
So my favourite, I'll go instrumental first. My favourite instrumental is Mraz. Nothing can top Mraz for me. That, like I said, if I'm comparing Mraz to something Dre would do, then it's going to be the winning, production track for me. So, yeah, that's my number one instrumental.
And what's your favourite song?
No, you go instrumental first. Danny, go instrumental.
I think mine was Palm Trees.
Yeah.
Followed closely by Club Soda and Mraz. They were both, all three of those to me are the standouts.
Yeah. Okay. Look, those are good answers. All of those are acceptable. Me, the thing is, over 8 years, I have had so many different favorite songs. Every time I'd come back to this mixtape, I'd have a new favorite song, a new favorite beat. I'm going to say for this time through, the song that I came back to just for the beat because I wanted to put it on and just vibe to it was G Tears. I'm saying G Tears is my favorite beat.
Very interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And favorite song now?
Oh, so hard.
Mm.
It's. I think it's between, for me, it's between MRAS and Regular and Complex. I'm gonna put my gun to my head and I'm gonna say Regular and Complex is my favorite song.
Very interesting.
Meechy's verse is it's probably the best verse on the album for me. So best verse, Meechy on Regular and Complex, and best song, Regular and Complex.
Interesting. So that means you'll probably pull your favorite lyrics from that verse then.
Yeah, definitely.
The problem is there's too many lyrics.
There is.
I couldn't choose my favorite lyrics because every single one that we mentioned, there's just so many. You could listen through this podcast and pick any one of those and they would be great lyrics.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, my favorite song, and I think is still Palm Trees. I think it'll probably fluctuate, but at the moment it's definitely Palm Trees. I've been playing that shit nonstop.
So favorite instrumental and favorite song for Palm Trees.
Yeah.
But that's expected. If you love a beat so much, it's most likely going to be your favorite song.
Especially because I do love sound. When I got into hip hop, sound was what got me in. So I always look for the sound first. And so if you got a really good instrumental, likely is that I'll probably like the song the most.
Yeah. And like you were saying, Matt, earlier you said, first time listening to this album, what jumped out at you was the production.
Yeah.
And that's always what jumps out at me first. When I listen to something, if there's no good production, I can't even tune into the lyrics first time through anyway. So, production, you guys are doing first reactions. That's definitely what you guys are gravitating towards.
I sort of almost did a similar thing to Aaron and picked favorite, my favorite song was the same as the instrumental with Mraz, but then I shifted. It was actually this morning I was tossing up between two in particular as my favorite song.
222.
Picked 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it was Mraz. It was obviously instrumental, but my favorite song was between Regular and Complex and American Pie. So those were the two that I was tossing up between, and it was very hard, it's splitting hairs, but I came down to the conclusion that American Pie is my favorite song.
Oh.
To hit with that hard, to start off this mixtape, like I said at the beginning, that's how you start a mixtape, and I could just have 19 tracks of that, to be honest. It just got Palm Trees as well is questionably an amazing track. It's chill vibes. American Pie just gets me up and about, and it's just so how we were not arguing, but talking about how do you define hard. American Pie is
The definition.
That's like the definition of hard.
I like it. All different answers, did we? Do we all have different answers?
All different answers.
Yeah, so Aaron was Palm Trees for both instrumental song. You were G-Tier.
Yeah.
Regular and Complex for the song. Yeah. And I was Miraz for the instrumental and American Pie for the song.
Yeah, you lost the 50-50 and went with American Pie. The correct answer. Which was Regular and Complex, baby.
Look, I think we can all agree, though, that this is a must-listen-to album.
Absolutely.
You know what I listed my favourite mixtape lyrics were?
No, it's not from TP4, is it?
It is.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's the My Dick one.
Yep, correct.
You're joking.
My wordplay is extensive. Guess what? So is my dick.
Oh, no.
You know what? Like, you should have seen this coming because, like, on the Sci-Hi mixtape, I also picked a line that wasn't particularly, like, lyrical miracle, but it was the way it was delivered that was, and the fact that it made me laugh. The one, the bitch you with the prince. I still got your panties on, like that. Like, this lyric had the same effect or similar effect on me as that. It made me fucking laugh. And this particular lyric came out of nowhere. I was just like, I did not expect it.
Yeah. And isn't that funny? Because it had the opposite effect on me. Like, it was the cringiest line on mixtape for me. How crazy is that?
What about you, Aaron? Did you I think you said before, like, there's too many. Like, you could,
too many.
I'll say, I can just say off the top of my head, the one, lyric that will stay with me for all time, I reckon, is from Regular and Complex. If rap was illegal, you bitch ends wouldn't even write a bar shit. I'd probably be behind bars, raising the bar through these bars. I am at the bar. Like, that is...
Yeah, I mean, that's up there. I mean, any one of those, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, and seeing you said it's, like, ingrained in your mind, then obviously that's the one that stuck with you the most. So...
that's the big winner.
Yeah.
I think we're the big winners.
Thanks for listening to the show. Please like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at _Slim Fitty Biggie Committee, and stay tuned for our next podcast. Bye for now.